Hello everyone, today we have this PS5, the disk version, and I think it does not power on at all, so let's connect the power and see if it will turn on or not. Okay, so the power is connected. Let's try and turn it on. Absolutely nothing. So let's measure the voltage at the power connector. We have 247. Okay, so we have the voltage, but it does not power on at all. Okay, nothing, absolutely nothing. It looks like someone has already tried opening this PS5. Yeah. So let's take it apart and see what's wrong with this PS5. The first thing we'll do is try and test the power supply if we have the 12 volt line. Okay, let me disconnect the power. Let's take it apart real quick and we'll take it from then. Okay, so we are in. It's pretty clean actually. This PS5 has some dust, but not that much. So let's first try and test the power supply. Let's connect the cord. Okay, so do we have 12 volt? Okay, no, we don't have. We have nothing. So the power supply is the problem in this PlayStation. So let's take it out and we will see together what's wrong with this power supply. Okay, so we finally in. First thing we do is always check for voltage at the main capacitor. So the main capacitors are these, so we can measure here. We have nothing, absolutely nothing. What about the other one? They are connected in parallel, so they should have the same. Yeah, nothing. Okay, so first let's check the fuse, because having no voltage at the main capacitors may indicate that the fuse is blown. So the fuse is here, this one. Let's go to continuity. Okay, so the fuse is burnt. We have no continuity at the fuse. Okay, so no beep. So after the fuse we have, do we have a short to the neutral line of the mains? Let's measure from here to there. We don't have a short, so let's go directly after the bridge rectifier. Let's go to diode mode. Okay, so the bridge rectifier is this part over here, and this cut in this corner indicates that this is the positive side. Okay, let me just a little bit zoom in. Okay, so this is the bridge rectifier, as I said, and there is a cut in this corner. If you can see it, this indicates that this is the positive side of the DC rail. So if we go from this point to this point, we don't have a short. And these two, the inner ones, are the AC side, 0.4, 0.4, so this side is good. What about this one? 0.4 and 0.4, so we are good at the bridge rectifier. So why this fuse is blown? Maybe we have a shorted main MOSFET, these two MOSFETs, main switching MOSFET, or we have a bad IC. So yeah, I can see a hole actually on this IC. Do you see it? So what IC is that? Is it the same as the one I replaced before? Let's go to microscope. Okay, so this IC is blown and it is DAP053T, so we have a replacement for this one. And as you can see, we have this resistor burnt, which indicate that one of these two transistors is shorted. I mean the diode and the transistor, one of them is shorted, because, and most likely it's the transistor. And because this resistor is burnt, why is this resistor is burnt? Because it drives the gate of this transistor. Yeah, so I don't know if this one also is shorted, I mean blown. Let's measure it. This one is 51 ohms and we have 38 kilo ohms, so this one also is blown. maybe we have only these transistors shorted. Let's measure it in diode mode. So we have this diode here first, and do we have a short here? Yes, we do have short. So this is might be shorted, or it is just because of this MOSFET. Yeah, so this is also shorted. So I need to take these two. I need to replace this resistor, I need to check these two diodes and the main IC, and I will do a little inspection on this area here to see if there is anything also exploded. So this is an NTC, so this is used as a sensor to sense the temperature on the board. Okay, let me first take these transistor and the diode. Okay, so the transistor and the diode is out. I can see a crack on this transistor. Its number is 40N60M2, and the diode is, you can't really see it. Yeah. The transistor is MUR1260FL. So let's measure these two components. This one is 0.3, and this side is not connecting, so this diode is good. We only have a short on this transistor. Let's take it out. Okay, let's find a replacement. This one I said 40N60M2. This is different. Okay, this is the transistor 40N60M2. Okay, so let's put it in. Let me clean this area a little bit. Okay, now I will take the resistors, burnt resistors, this one and that one, out. Just I need to check the value of this one. This is a 10 ohm resistor and the other one is a 50 ohm resistor, and I think this one also is burnt. Yeah, let's measure it. This one reads 10K, which I think is correct. Yeah, it is correct. It's not burnt. Yeah. I will apply first low melt solder because I don't want to rip pads underneath that IC, because it's glued in the board. I don't know when it's ready to take it out or not. Okay, it's out. This is the IC. Let's clean these pads. Okay, before replacing the IC and that resistor over here, this one, let's measure these diodes because they are now disconnected from the IC and from this resistor. Let's go to diode mode. This one is good, 0.6. The other one, this one is good, but not this one. So this one is open circuit. What about the other side? Yeah, it's not making a connection. So this diode is not good. This is good, good, good. What about this one? This one also need to be replaced. Okay. This is A6. I have that one. And this is MZ. I don't know if I do have that one or not, but let's find out. Let me first try and find those diodes, this one and that one. Then we can solder the resistors back, the IC and the new diodes, A6 and MZ. Unfortunately, this part of the video is not being recorded. I don't know why, but what I did was I replaced the MZ diode along with the resistor next to it, which was a 10 ohm resistor. And also I replaced the A6 diode and the resistor next to it, which was a 51 ohms resistor. And also I replaced the main switching IC. The original one was DAP053T with a replacement IC which is TEA2016AAT. And then I started doing some inspection in this area of the board, and I found the big diode next to the main capacitors is shorted, so I replaced it. Testing this diode, and I found it shorted, so I replaced it with the one that is a little bit lower in rating. So this one is 1000 volts 5 amps, but the one I installed is 600 volts 3 amps. It should work, I think, unless there is a short in this circuit here, will cause this diode again to short. Okay, I will connect it. I will connect the power supply through a series lamp as always. Let's connect it. Now I will turn on. Actually, I forgot to replace the fuse, which is the main thing. Okay, let me bring the fuse and replace it. Now we can test. So how many things we have replaced so far? The IC, the fuse, the big diode, 2 small diodes, and 2 resistors. And the MOSFET. Okay, let's now put it back and try and connect it. Okay. I will turn it on. I think it is turning on. Let's find out how much voltage do we have at the output. We have 12 volts, yes. So this is the second time I'm replacing that IC, which was the I think DAP. Yeah, TAB053T with this one, which is, I think, I forget about it. TEA, I think. So this one is TEA2016AAT. So this is the second time I'm replacing that IC, and it works. Okay, now let's put it back together, and I will put it on the PS5 on the console, and we will test it. Okay, so I have put it all together, just enough to test it. Okay, let's connect the power cord, and let's connect the HDMI. Okay, so let's try it. Let's turn on the power. The power is turned on. Let's try it. Yes, it does work. Let me bring the microscope view. Will it change to this PS5 display? Let's change it manually. Yes, it does work. It does work. Yes. So that's it. As you can see, we have fixed this PS5, and thank you for watching. I hope I can see you in another video. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much.